Jim, why it sucks being fat. So, let's just go deep into the weeds here. Let's just say in this channel, I've been documenting my weight loss journey for the last 3 years or so. I went from 340 pounds, currently around 210 pounds. So I got that experience being fat as fuck. And I just want to go in this video why it sucks being fat. You know, right now I'm still like a little fat, but you know, most of the weight has shed off and I look more like a normal person instead of how I used to look like the bowler from Clash Royale, but if he wasn't fucking jacked. But let's just go over in this video why it sucks being fat. So I will first start with a story where, you know, in the last video I said I quit my job, I moved to the new place. You know, right now I'm driving to the gym. This is in Lynchburg, Virginia. Lynchburg is basically the home of the most Christian college in the fucking world. It's called Liberty University. They have like 100,000 Christians in the school. It's like 99% acceptance rate. It's a big ass school. I drove around it a few times. It is insane. But basically I went here for a new job, and you know, I'm a mechanical engineer by profession, so I'll be doing the modeling on the computer and shit. But for the first 2 weeks, they have me working in the factory. So they have a big ass manufacturing site adjacent to the office. Like, it is a part of the same building, where on the right side is going to be the office column, and then the other column is going to be the big ass manufacturing facility. It's kind of like if you walk into a Home Depot and the ceilings are really high, there's huge lights all over the place, there's large racks holding a bunch of steel parts, there's a bunch of machines, there's forklifts going everywhere, it's loud as fuck, and there's a lot of fat people. So let's just say this, where, you know, in blue collar jobs where people are going to be working in factories or maybe doing trade work, you're going to see a lot of fat people. And it's because a lot of these people, they work really arduous and laborious jobs where they're on their feet all day, and after their 8 to 10 hours of work, they come home, they're tired as fuck. All they want to do is sit their ass down on the couch and eat some junk food. And it doesn't help that literally the lunch cafeteria right next to the factory it's a kiosk full of gas station food, of shit like Twizzlers, Tootsie Rolls, Utz chips, Monster energy drinks. Like, there's nothing healthy. I didn't see a single fucking fruit. I think the healthiest thing was there, maybe a Celsius energy drink, but I wouldn't even count that food. But the food there, quote unquote, are like honey buns, Little Debbie's, zebra rolls. Like, this is what the fuck is going on in the kiosk. That's the only food available. And the thing is that these guys have to pay to buy it. Like, it's not free. They have to pay. I literally saw this one guy pay $2 for this tiny ass bag of barbecue Utz chips, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? What a waste of fucking money. Why don't you just pack your own shit like an apple? Like, an apple from the Walmart is like 50 cents for a Cosmic Crisp apple. This shit is delicious. It's got the fiber, it's got the vitamin C, it's got the carbohydrates, it got the sucrose to fuel your body for the laborious task. Like, I don't know what the fuck these guys are doing, but basically the gas station food is all they eat. A lot of these people get really fucking fat because they don't know any better for their nutrition. A lot of these guys are in like their 30s, 40s. They weren't taught nutrition. Like honestly, Gen Z is probably, I think they're pretty nutrition aware because of the internet. But these older guys, they didn't grow up around that, and they were just like, oh, just eat the American food, just eat what the system tells you, and you'll be okay. And you know, that used to work, right? Because American food didn't used to be all fucked up, but now it is. And now you got these fucking Snorlaxes walking all over the place. These guys are waddling all over the place. They got big ass bellies. They got their boobs sagging out like they're a fucking girl. Like, I don't know. It's kind of craziness here. Dude, I gotta make this turn here. Hold up, chat. But basically, these guys here in the factory job, they are insanely fat. And I just want to say, I used to be like this. And I will tell you guys an anecdote as well, where I was on the lunch break, you know, while I'm working the factory, because I'm also like tinkering with the tools. I'm tinkering with I'm assembling shit. Like, I'm getting my fingers all greasy, trying to assemble the nuts and bolts together, using power tools and shit to screw them in. So I'm also doing the same thing as they are, and it's because you got to get the intuitive knowledge, such that when you become the designer, you know what works and what doesn't, because engineering shit in the CAD software is different from actually working on it in the real world. But basically, I'm doing that, and I work alongside other people, and around 80% of these guys, I will shit you not, are fat as fuck. These guys are waddling all over the place. They got like quadruple chins. They are, I don't even know how the fuck they're alive. On the lunch breaks, they're eating their Utz potato chips. Like, I saw these motherfuckers eat the top ramen, Maruchan ramen noodles, and drinking a Monster Energy drink. And you know, it is pretty Christian. So these guys are doing up the prayers. They're doing the Father, the Son, the Mary, the God, the Holy Spirit, and then they're blessing up, praying before the meals, before they eat their gourmet of Maruchan ramen noodles and energy drinks. But this is their lunch, right? These guys are eating Doritos. And I literally saw this one guy, and it's like this black dude. He's fat as fuck. He's kind of built like a duck. Like, you know, duck game, when you used to play the duck game on the computers at a school, in elementary school. It's like the duck that flies, and then you train the duck to eat the food, and then to get the XP levels. Like, he's kind of built like a duck. You know how ducks, they have like a really big ass, and then their front side is a bit more tapered because they have to have this aerodynamic shape to fly, right? But these guys have a very buoyant bottom part to essentially have optimal lift geometrically. So you can kind of think of them as like an airfoil, but basically he was built like this, very bottom heavy, because a lot of the fat is going to be stored around that hip area. And you know, this guy, he was yapping about, because this is a common trend I see with really fat people, where they always say to people, yeah, my doctor said I'm retarded. And I'm like, like, I saw this at my old workplace too. Like, some of these fat people, like, they just admit, yeah, I'm retarded. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, like, somebody did say that the words are your spells. You are spell casting yourself to be retarded if you say you're retarded. You know, retardedness, I mean, you probably are, because, like, let's be real. The retardedness, I do think it comes from the food. It's not directly from being fat. It's directly from the food, because the food that they're eating, with all the bullshit seed oils and the processed sugar and the food colorings and the fucked up shit. I don't know what the fuck. Maybe they're twerking on the Utz layers chips before they give it to you. I don't fucking know. They're doing some weird ass shit in the factory to feed these guys. But basically, a lot of this is making your brain really, really slow. They're eating this dog shit ass food. I wouldn't even call it food. It's not food. It's like a processed chemical experiment. That's what these guys are eating. And basically, these guys are just fucking crazy. I don't know. But these guys are eating the food, and they're saying they're retarded, because it literally does make your brain really fucking slow when you're essentially eating the dog shit food like that. But basically, what I'm trying to say here is that I want to loop this onto my own experience, because I know I've just been ranting about this fucking factory, because these people are so fucking fat, and I look at it, I'm cringing, because I used to be like that. I used to eat the Utz potato chip for the lunchtime, eating the Monster Energy drink, and then once I get home, I'll have the Bluebell ice cream bar, the crunchy mint chocolate chip. You know, I had a little bit of mint chocolate chip yesterday, but it was like a cheap meal. It was like at a creamery called the May Lin's. One of my coworkers told me to try it, and I tried it. That shit was fucking bussin'. But let me tell you, now, I used to eat the junk food a lot too. And, you know, I had to reform myself, because I didn't want to be a fat motherfucker anymore. I didn't want to be declined from job applications anymore because I was fat. I didn't want to be declined from, you know, sports organizations because I was fat. I mean, I tried to do the marching band, and I got declined because I was too fucking fat. Bro, there's too many debuffs with being fat. And the thing is that most of the Americans are fat, and they don't know how bad it is for them for a lot of reasons. You know, maybe they just have like a silent acceptance of defeat. But basically, I had to do that reforming. I don't eat that processed dog shit anymore. I'm gonna be eating very clean foods. I always only eat clean foods. I rarely eat seed oils or processed sugar or all of this bullshit with the chips and the energy drinks that these guys are eating. I don't eat that shit. You guys see in the reels, I'm eating the fucking blueberry smoothie with the banana, the honey, the creatine, the vitamin D, the vitamin C, the blueberries, the milk, the honey. This shit's fucking busting, I'm telling you that. And then later for lunchtime, I do a little bit of meal prep. I got the tomatoes, the ground beef, burgers, the rice, the onions, the mustards. I like mustard. It's really fucking good. It's low calorie, and it tastes fucking amazing. But I'm eating a lot of this. I'm eating some bone broth stuff. I'm basically saying that I'm eating very healthy shit. I don't eat any of this dog shit. And I'm telling you guys that over the last 4 years, it does work. Where if you just change the shit that you eat and then do a little bit more exercise, you literally have to do 30 minutes of exercise a day. and you eat cleaner, the eating cleaner is 80% of the work. The exercise doesn't even, like, you can honestly get away with no exercise to lose weight, but I recommend you do it because you want muscle so you can look good. But it doesn't fucking, I'm just telling you guys, being fat sucks. And my rant here is that I used to also think that I was super fucking autistic and retarded back then when I was fat, because I also realized this. Like, I saw the black dude, he said, yeah, I'm retarded, to like his group of lunch table friends. You know, another guy, he's got like big ass black ring earrings in his ears. I don't know what the fuck. He's kind of look a little gothic. He's got like the eye bags under him. I could tell he lifted before, but he's like wearing like a Slayer metal band shirt, t-shirt. I don't fucking know. He's got his hair in his ponytail, the big ass eye bags. He's like some white guy, and I don't know. This guy looks a bit interesting, but a lot of these guys, they're just yapping, and I'm just like, dude, I used to be like this retarded type too. I thought that's just how it is, where I'm just a retard because I was just born like that. But the thing is, like, this retard and autism, because I think this autism is actually, it comes from the food. I would argue that this autism recently in kids came from the food. It didn't come from, like why the fuck are there so many quote-unquote autistic people lately? Or the people are like, yeah, I'm a spurg, or I'm a little retarded, or I'm a little bit down like that. Like, I don't know. These guys, they're mentally ill like that because of the food that they eat, the bitch-ass food. And the thing is, most Americans are eating this, so they're going to be like these creatures that walk around, go like, ooh. Like, the thing is, like, I used to be like that too, but when I changed my diet, and then I basically changed the body, everything else escalated, and I changed myself as well. Because I don't think I'm, like, I probably still have like some of those autistic characteristics, like the way that I focus on shit so fucking hard, and it's hard for me to switch a task until I'm finished with that. That's probably like a feature, but I would say that's like a feature. That's not a bug. But yeah, I will say that, like, in terms of how you act around people and overall confidence changes when you first change the body. When you first change the body, it changes the mind. And actually, it changed the mind first, and then you change the body. But then changing the body changes the mind. So it's like an upward spiral. But it's also a downward spiral if you change your mind to be eating the dog shit ass food, and then you're gonna change the body to be looking like Snorlax times 2. Like, it's fucked up. And these guys, their minds get changed to silently defeat this, because the fatter you get, the harder it is to lose the weight and to cross that first barrier. It's actually, like, when you first start doing weight loss, you lose the pounds really, really quickly, because like, as soon as you go from eating Twinkies all day to eating like a fucking apple instead, you're gonna lose weight without even trying, and things, you're gonna be hungry as fuck. But like, when these guys are eating the processed food diet, they're already hungry as a default, because that food doesn't sate you. It doesn't give you the nutritional benefits. It just tastes good. It's just a chemical experiment that tastes good. That's what this most processed food, no, that's what all processed food is. But I'm telling you guys here that being fat, it sucks ass. I don't recommend it. It's, you know, it makes you mentally ill, and it also gives you no confidence at all. Like, when I go around, when I was fat, I had the super fucked up posture. I was like, oh shit, you know, I hope nobody's looking at me. You know, I'm just like, damn, bro, I kind of hate doing life, I guess. But now that I'm like a lot leaner, you know, I'm not at the dream weight yet, but you know, I walk around with the confidence. I have the posture up. I got the chest peeking out. I got the back all straight. I'm looking around people. I'm still going at the eye contact. You know, I went to this, I'm outside the gym, but there's like some big black guys here. I don't know. I don't have the aura to meet these guys yet, but these guys are like 6'2", big black monsters. They got big ass fucking muscles. Their biceps are like the size of my fucking head. I don't fucking know, bro, but these guys are absolute G's. And like, I see these guys deadlifting 500 pounds like it's fucking nothing. And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of low-key scared. Like, there was like this dude, he was built like a super jacked hog rider from Clash of Clans, and like, I don't know, I will admit that, you know, usually when I walk by the people at the gym, you know, you kind of do like a nod, you kind of look at them and you're like, yeah, what's up? But like, this guy, like, I did the nod, and then he did like a whole ass fucking this, or like he did a whole ass wide angle 135 degrees nod, and like, I could feel the power in the air, the vibrations, that impulse from that sheer torsional flex from his neck, from up here down here, and that I felt it in my bones. And then after I saw that, I kind of just had a blank stare. I was like, whoa, this guy's a fucking G. But this guy, he was built like I can't fucking explain it. He was like a black Hulk. He was absolutely a G. But basically, what I'm trying to say here, that was just a complete fucking side tangent. But a lot of these guys, you know, it sucks being fat. You have no confidence. And the last thing I'll say here, why it sucks being fat. So I used to be fat for like 20 years of my life. And what this does to you is that your weight, it shifts very inward, like your knees. So there's this thing called knee valgus. I think I was talking about tutors with it, but they said it's also called ekusugyaku in Japanese, but it's like X legs. So your legs, your knees, they cross inwards and then do that. Like I'll have a picture on here. But basically this X legs, essentially it makes it so that it's really hard for you to do squats. Like I cannot do a body weight squat for the hell of me because my knees don't provide the proper support and my glutes don't have any activation. So when I walk around as well, I don't really, I walk in a weird way. Like people say that I walk in a weird way, and a lot of the muscles, instead of stimulating the calves or the abductors when you walk, I'm stimulating the quads and shit because my body has to shift forwards in weight for me to balance. So my balance is like really fucked up. But the thing is that when you're fat for that long, you have this constant distributive load on the top part of your body that your knees start to cave in, and it's really fucking hard for you. So like that was also a thing when I was trying to do like the marching band. I had his knee valgus, and you know when you're doing the marching band, you have to have your ankles and then your knees together. But I can't fucking do that because I have these X legs. So it's also hard for you to have like a proper trajectory when you do the marching on the field because you need to have a proper vector angle to get from one place to another. But sometimes I miss the point because I have this knee valgus. But like that's another thing that sucks being fat when you're like younger, is that you have all this bullshit. Like for me, for example, I also have like a bunch of loose skin, like my arm here. Like as you guys can see, this is loose skin, and the loose skin here, it's not exactly the most pleasing to look at. But let's just say that there's a lot of bullshit that comes with being fat. I don't recommend being fat, and what I recommend you guys to do if you are fat, I will give you guys the quick solution is, you know, first of all, you have to change the things that you know are bad for you, but you should probably stop doing. Like maybe after work you eat like a soda or something. You know, maybe you replace that with a sparkling water. Like what I say to a lot of people when they're super fat and why it sucks being fat, and what I personally did, is you have to take it one step at a time. You change one habit first, and then after a couple weeks later, you change another thing. Like you don't try to do everything at once. Try to do the whole fucking plan. Try to reverse your lifestyle completely, do a full 180. When you do that, you're going to want to rubber band yourself back into the old habits, and then you just end up fatter as you used to be. You have to change things one at a time and let your system calibrate over time and let your brain and body get used to it. Because the thing is that when you're fat, your body likes to operate in a homeostatic state where if you are fat, it tends to like being fat. If you're skinny, it tends to like being skinny. That's just how it is in the body. So when you're trying to make a sudden change like that, like think in chemistry, there's an activation energy to cause a chemical reaction. It's like that in the real world with being fat. I guess it is a chemical reaction as well, but you have to have this activation energy with it, but then there's also like a cool down period, right? So that's what I recommend here. You have to change things one at a time. So whether that's you start doing a bit more walking, or you quit the soda, or you stop eating the processed food. Like for me, I compounded so many changes in my lifestyle over the last few years that I'm at this weird extreme. This didn't happen in one fucking day. When I first started, I was eating Pizza Hut pizzas after class, and then I would eat like macaroni and cheese Bob Evans from the grocery stores, and then put a steak on it. It's like a 2,000 calorie bomb. I would eat 4,000 calories like every fucking day, and then I would sit my ass down wondering like, damn, what the fuck is wrong with me? It sucks ass. But like when I stopped doing that, and you know, I think what my change, I started going to the gym, and then I started eating protein powder. I didn't actually quit the junk food. It was that I just did healthier shit. And then over time, it compounded like, oh, I should probably stop eating the dog shit like this. And then I started learning shit online like, oh, wait, there's a thing called seed oils. Oh, wait, there's a thing called microplastics. Oh, wait, there's a thing called processed sugar. And I'm looking at all of this stuff. I think I even used to eat like these Linden little balls of chocolate. Like after, like I used to be addicted to that shit. I forgot what they were called. It was like a European chocolate thing. They have like a creamy, caramelic chocolate mocha flavor in the middle, and the outside is like a soft, or not a soft, but like a decently al dente chocolate shell, and inside it is a creamy mix that essentially melts in your mouth when you eat it. This shit was fucking delicious. But I tell you that this thing gives you so much body fat. But that's pretty much all I want to say in this video. Just wanted to yap about why it sucks being fat and why I don't recommend it, and what I would say are the action steps. So the action step, if you are in this boat, you fix things one at a time. You don't try to do things all at once. Fat loss, if you accumulate it over many, many years, you can't expect it to lose it in a day. It's also going to take maybe a couple months to a few years to lose it. I don't think it's going to take as long as you to get fat, but it's going to be not a day. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, I'll see you guys.